the setting of a fantasy world.
Yeah, and to you, what makes a great story?
Oh, for me, a great story is only great as its characters. So you can have the best plot ever, you can write a full, synopsis. This is what's going to happen here, here, and here. Great. But if your characters are boring, there's no point, because I think I have to care about what the characters are going through for me to continue the series, or for me to even care about the story itself, because I feel those are what drive the story. If your characters are just Jim and Tom, and Jim and Tom are brothers, and that's it, that's all we know about them. We don't know if they have dislikes, we don't know if they like each other, we don't know what's going on. We just know Jim and Tom have to go, conquer an island or something, and that's it. Like, no, you need to keep a reader, or at least for me, engaged. And the best way to do it is, again, making interesting characters. And again, just making sure they're engaging and through the story, so we can again follow them through their journey. Because I want to support or not support the characters, but I can only do that if they're intriguing, or they're interesting, or they're again worth that journey.
Yeah, and for the story, for the characters in your story, what do they want, and how did you think about their character arc and their stories?
Yeah, so for them, they are, I love to call them, they're my own little soapbox of characters that I've created. But I always tell my friends and other readers, I'm like, I'm so sorry. Don't be mad at me about who is going to be hurt in this book. Just read it. It's okay. Like, don't be mad, because I have a thing of making favorite characters go through the worst things.
Uh,
But I really wanted, again, to make sure they felt realistic. So I did not really pull from my own life, but again, pull from other family dynamics I've seen in TV, seen in other media, from other experiences, lived experiences from people I've talked to and connected with, to really make characters that felt real and understandable, but not perfect. Roderick is nowhere near perfect, and he makes many mistakes, and that's okay. He's not human, but he's part human. And that's fine. And you get to see why he makes the mistakes he makes. You get to see why he tries to fix things, and strives to be a better person. The same thing with the second protagonist, Princess Arcelia. You also see from her perspective, like, why she tries to do the things she does, why she, I don't want to spoil anything, but why she, acts the way she acts throughout the series, and how she changes over time. And again, none of this is just like nothing is just solved over like the course of one story, because these are, again, dynamic characters, and they grow, and they're complex. So, we all know not everything, 10 years of trauma can be fixed in 3 months. That would be nice for everybody, but we all know everything is a process, and it takes time, and there's ups and downs. So you follow these characters through their ups and downs, and root for their ups more than their downs most of the time. Even though I do like to give them a lot of downs, but that's on me.
I mean, when you're the writer, you have the pen, you get to say what goes.
Yeah.
And speaking of the journey and ups and downs, what's the best advice you've ever received as a founder running a company?
I think the best advice was, not to see everyone as competition, and see people also as learning opportunities. Um, I say this a lot, that you can never have, at least for our space, you can never have too many books. There's a room for everyone's story, and room and space for everyone's book on the shelf. So I'm not the only indie publisher out there. I can't and don't think I should be publishing everyone's book. Again, I'm not trying to publish everyone's book. I'm really trying to find people who I think are great writers, who haven't had the opportunity, whether it be for X amount of reasons, or people who, again, just have stories that are unique that we don't get to hear most of the time, have that platform to speak it. And, knowing and realizing, like, I don't need to always be, okay, this book publishing company, like, what are they doing? How can I be better than? They may be, catering to a whole different audience. They may be only doing paranormal genre books. And, they might just only be doing cookbooks. Like I don't need to be beefing with the cookbook publishing company because they're, so again, listening and understanding and learning and finding what, again, asking for help and, making sure I'm not seeing everyone as just competition, but seeing them as, okay, let me see how they do things, or how can, asking them like, how do you do this? Or how do you set up this? If no one wants to talk to you, it's fine. Like sometimes people don't want to give that information for free, and that's okay. There will be someone who does. And once you meet them and you get to collaborate them, you guys can, again, maybe work in the future, or you learn something from them and you grow and they can grow too, because they can learn some new things from you. So, seeing, forgot who told me, but making sure like I don't see everybody in my industry or just in business in general as just competition, but also, again, collaborators and peers in the space really helped me to, again, expand and grow and get to where I am now.